Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Paula Fern from Manchester in the UK, and this is our workshop number two, fresh from the Budapest World Tour that finished on Sunday. That was a couple of days ago. And I'm going to be talking today about how yesterday's workshop was all about why it would be a good place to start earning an extra income through travel and how you can make huge savings with the way that we book travel. And today is going to be all about actually how much you can look at earning and why the value that we provide you is better than everything else out there. And I've done the comparisons and I know the details. So we're going to go through some information that's about that as well. If you are watching this as a recording and you've got questions, go back to the person that shares it with you. And do try and stay till the end because there's some more important information that I'm going to be announcing for tomorrow's meeting, which you do not want to miss. So I'm going to share my screen and we will get going. There we go. So you're with you tonight, here with us tonight with Team Dragonflies. We're a community of people that absolutely love to travel. And we love to use the travel system that we have because we can save anywhere between 70 to 95% on the travel that we take. I myself have saved over £11,000. That's with 4 kids in tow as well. So on family travel, I've saved over £11,000. I also earn an income from this as well. It's really simple to do. And what I do want to really, really sort of write home about is right now, people want to earn an additional income. And this is one of the most beautiful ways to do it because everyone that you know will be traveling next year. They will have already traveled this year. We're not travel agents, doesn't take loads of time. And you're going to find out a little bit more about how much you can earn. And also something that's really key, how you how you can actually get a free membership with us. So we are a membership club. We're like the Netflix of travel. And we have a really big secret that we're not keeping very well. And that is that you can actually get to a point where you have no outgoings for this, other than maybe your flights to go and travel somewhere. And that's really special. And travel's really important for our mental health, I believe. And I think it's a really important time for us to consider how we can improve our mental health and our financial health. And we tick both of those boxes. So today it says week 3, but this is part 2 that we're talking about here. So I didn't have time to update the slides for tonight, but do forgive me. How much can we earn through our membership? How long does it take? And how can you get started? We're going to go through some of those details tonight. So there's a few different ways actually that you can earn through our membership. And our membership is something that you get each month. It's like the Netflix of travel, so it's like a subscription. And every single membership that you sell, you will get a sale from and you will get a payment from. So that's how you earn initially through direct sales. As your organization continues to grow and there's more and more people that are wanting to get that membership, remember to get 70 to 95% off all of their future travel. As your organization starts to grow, you get additional bonuses. So we're looking at bonuses anywhere from sort of a couple of £100 a month, every single month, up to a few £1,000s a month. And lots of our business partners are actually replacing their income using this system because it's an alternative way where you can actually earn an income. You can do it flexibly and you can do it around having children, having a family, you can do it around having an existing job that you go out 9 to 5 to. But what you also get with us is a free all-inclusive travel as your organisation continues to grow. You can go and go on group trips with our ambassadors, and you can have your entire trip, including food, drinks, everything paid for, flights, everything. You also will receive a complimentary Louis Vuitton experience. and lots more. We have so many different incentives and perks. The company is one of the most generous that I have ever worked alongside. So it's really exciting. Go on the next slide. Now, this is a really interesting way to look at things, because what we often, I'm just going to move that to the side there. Oh no, bear with me a second. Just so, excuse me, just so that you can see everything, because I think it's really important to talk about the different business types and how we compare to those business types. So, as is a direct sales company, and it's a subscription club. Now, if you look at what people in this area, but in other sort of company business types pay, what you pay with us is less than the cost of a Starbucks a day. Okay, and you can even get that free. So there are ways that you can actually get that free. Mine's free. Bermuda's is free. Daryl's is free. We don't pay anything. We don't have any outgoings for being a part of this club. If you were, however, to get a franchise, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of pounds that you put out as your investment, and you're relying on getting that business through the door to get a return on your investment, and there are no guarantees that you're going to get that. With us, as I've said, it's less than a Starbucks a day, and it's totally independent. Everything that is booked. We're not a travel agency, so we're looking for those that like to book their travel independently, because that is ideal. Because what we offer is independently booked travel, but at massive discounts that are not comparable to other companies out there. And some of you may or may not know that those online search engines that you use, they're actually owned by just two companies. So when you're looking and doing those comparisons, it's more than likely you're looking at comparisons from the same overall company, the umbrella company that owns both of those search engines, but you think you're getting a better deal. We're completely independent of them. We have the same search engines, and the way it works is exactly the same. The way it's programmed is exactly the same. But what our search engine also does, it's programmed to give you the prices without commission added, which those other search engines will add commission to it. We don't do that. And when you realize that there's only two companies in the whole world that own all of those search engines, and you can be independent of that monopoly, duopoly, I guess it would be. When you can be independent of that, I tell you something, it's very empowering. Because when we go into our own search engine, it's exclusive to us. It brings back exclusive prices you can't get anywhere else. And it's completely independent of those two companies that we think we're getting those good deals off, which we're not, by the way. We're not getting great deals from them, but you get them from us. So it's all win-win. So if we look at timeshares, you might have heard of timeshares. There are limited dates as to when you can book to go on a timeshare. It's shared, as clues in the name, it's shared with everyone else that wants to stay at that place. And you basically buy out certain dates of the year where you go and stay in a certain accommodation. And it can be really complicated. It can be a complete minefield. There's a lot of pressure sales involved when it comes to timeshare. I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but if you've been to a timeshare meeting, you are committed to stay there for X amount of hours, and there is a lot of pressure put on you. And we don't do any of that because we're not about that at all. We're about helping people find a way to affordably go and see the world, because the world is ours to share. But timeshare makes it difficult to be affordable because it can cost thousands and thousands of pounds. And when you're committed as well to that, you're in a complicated contract. I personally have helped two, maybe three people get out of timeshare contracts to go into our business system, into our membership, because it's God, I, 1,000 times cheaper anyway, because a timeshare is going to cost you much more than a Starbucks a day. I can tell you that for nothing. Um, but when it comes to looking at the contracts, it's so complicated. All you're not giving them is signing in blood. You might as well be. It's that it's difficult to get out of, but there are ways to do it. So if you've ever considered timeshare or you're in a timeshare, let me know, because there'll be things that we can do to help you. And this option with our company is a million times better, and you get more value. You've got total choice. So as it says there in the final column about us, we're exactly the same as the other search engines which I've mentioned. We don't have a contract. You're not signing your life away. And if there comes a time when you may need to miss a month, for example, we have that chat, we have a conversation. The owners of this company know that life isn't always roses, and they will make sure that you get the most out of what you have. There's no contract, you're not signing your life away. But also it doesn't cost thousands and thousands of pounds either. So win-win again. Other travel clubs, there are a couple of travel clubs out there. What tends to happen with other travel clubs is they entice you with free, quote unquote, travel. They entice you with highly discounted travel. And when it comes to actually booking it or going ahead with it, there are huge limitations as to what you can choose. And they also only offer part of what we offer. So the reason that we have so much value is because we have every single box ticked. We've got our own search engine. When you pay your monthly subscription, it's doubled by the company and giving you back to you in points that you can redeem against group travel, which is our world tours, or against family travel, which are our getaways. And when I'm talking about those prices, you're looking at some of the getaways we have and nothing for a week. You're not paying at all for your accommodation for a whole week for a family of four. As an example, in the Canary Islands, that's one of them that we've got. Orlando, you can stay in the centre of Orlando in Kissimmee for a week. It's not going to cost you anything for the room. But when you look at other travel clubs and you look into the nitty gritty and the full details, there's always something hidden. It's not quite as transparent as we are. And they will only, as I was sort of saying, then they only provide you part of what we do. Everything we have is under one roof. They will only provide you wholesale prices, for example. They won't necessarily provide you with the points that I'm talking about, your subscription doubled. They won't necessarily give you that. That's quite exciting because we are completely transparent. Excuse me, there's no limitations on the search engine either. And as I've said, we provide that wholesale anyway as standard, but we've also got Dreamcations and World Tours for £0 in some cases for a whole week to stay somewhere, you're just paying for your flights. So when it comes to those comparisons, it all adds up because we want to give you the best possible value that you can ever receive. Because if you tuned in last night, and if you didn't, let us know, we'll send you the link. But last night we talked about the CEO. His name is David Hart, and he is completely heart led. It does kind of live up to the name. He's a family man, and he wants people to be able to see the world affordably. And that's why he set this company up. And it's been around 10 years. So he's doing exactly what he planned to do, and he's got big visions for the way forward. So, excuse me, if we're talking about the sales then that you can make, I mentioned it's direct sales. You're going to make $50 per sale of a platinum membership, which is, I mentioned it costs you less than a Starbucks a day. So if someone is willing to pay for a Starbucks a day, in the equivalent of a travel club subscription, which don't know about you, but I know plenty of people that would be more than happy to do that so they can go on amazing trips like we've just come back from Budapest. To be able to do that on such a minuscule budget, I would sacrifice a Starbucks a day easily. But when you make a sale, you will get $50 per sale. When you have four sales, the membership costs that you would otherwise have been paying, so that's Starbucks a day, every single day, you're going to start earning enough to cover that Starbucks a day. and you're going to get a membership for free. You're not going to pay a thing for your membership. You might do for the first month, but by the second month, with the way that we do things and all the training that's available, and we specialize in helping people get a free membership within the first sort of 30 to 60 days anyway, you have 4 sales. Not only are you making sort of $200, but you've also then got enough in your bank, as it were, to cover your Starbucks a day, and your membership is free. So it's building up over the month, and it covers your membership. As your organization grows, so we're looking at the numbers. I'm not going to go into too much detail with, because we can have a separate conversation about that. But the way our compensation plan, or pay plan, however you want to term that, the way it works, it's one of the most generous in the industry. When you're looking at these figures, you can see the 1-star 300 to 400 per month, 2-star 1.55K per month. You see those numbers, just have a look over them. When you do a direct comparison to companies that are similar to us in the way that we work in direct sales, you're looking at double the figures of your team. So the numbers that you're looking at in your team, so for the 1-star, you're looking at 16 people. And you would, if you were to look at other companies that give you that kind of income at that stage, you'd be looking at getting more than double that amount of people through the door. So the generosity of this company is just endless. It's so generous for less work, if you like. We do work smart. We work so smart, and we work hard as well. I'm not gonna kid you. We work hard, and we speak to a lot of people about this. But the end result is it changes lives for the better as well. So I'm happy to speak to as many people as I ever want to in any one day, because I know the benefits this is going to give to families. So it's an exciting thing to offer. But you can see you can keep going. 1-star ambassador, 6.7K per month. And it just keeps rolling and keeps going. Now, what can you spend that money on? What would you use it for? When you're having those earnings and you're getting that cash in the bank, you could cover your mortgage. You could cover your car payment if you've got something on finance. You actually get to 3-star director, and you get an additional bonus on top of what I've just shared with you of $300 that was initially designed to pay for your finance for your car. Now they've changed it so you can use it on whatever you choose to use it. I plan on using it to get a new car, to go towards a new car when I get to 3-star. You can enjoy luxury rather than having to budget, but you can do that as standard with us when you have a membership with us, because everything we have is luxurious and everything we have is affordable. So you'll have that luxury, you'll enjoy that luxury, but you won't have the luxury price tag that everybody else is paying. And I've been in resorts where I've had conversations exactly like that. And I've spoke to people, and everyone asks that question. So where did you book it? Where did you book your stay? How much was it? Was it how much you expected it to be? Are you going to come again? And every single person that is not in the club that I've spoken to on that level has paid sometimes 3 or 4 times more than what I have. I stayed in Cornwall for a week for 8 people to stay in a 5-star 3-story apartment. It was absolutely beautiful in Clowen to stay, if you know it, in Cornwall. It cost me £175. Very same place for the very same week for 8 people. If you were to book it online through a search engine, should have cost £3,000. £3,000. I was getting top-notch luxury for a fraction of the price that anyone else was paying. Plus, you're earning an income. You don't have to worry about where your cash is going. You don't have to scrimp and save to get the new shoes for the kids, because I've been in that position before and it's not nice. You don't have to worry about, well, tonight I'm not cooking, I'm going to go out. We'll take the kids out for a meal. Or you can find that work-life balance. You can work and this business whenever you want to. You can put as much time into it or as little time as you like, and you can still have that life alongside it and go and enjoy yourself. You can see some of the pictures there. Some of these guys, they're on 6, 7 figures, and they've done it through this business because they know that people like to travel and people are traveling. And some of these guys had some of the biggest kind of breakthroughs and the biggest momentum when we were in lockdown, because you can, the points I've mentioned and the discounts you get, you can use those points anytime up to 2 years in advance. So people knew in lockdown that they wanted to get out of there. They wanted to go and have some fun when lockdown ended. And they knew that if they got this membership now, they could build up all those points. And guess what? When lockdown ended, they went and enjoyed the world, and they continue to do so with those points that they've got. So yeah, work-life balance is hugely important to so many people. Now I'm going to stop sharing there. Just please disregard that because the workshop is this. Normally we do it slightly different, but because we've been away in Budapest and we've got some of our American business partners coming online with us tomorrow night, we've changed things up a little bit. So yeah, are there any questions? Is there anything that anyone would like to add? Is there anything that anyone would like to chat about after seeing how things go with how we earn? It's just incredibly simple, I think.
I think it's important to realize as well, you don't have to do it as a business. You can do it just to save money. So for me, I started it because I wanted to save money.
Yeah,
But your attitude changes. I mean, I want to do the business because I love the company, absolutely adore the company, and I love the community. So we, as the Dragonflies, have a fantastic community here, but the worldwide community, the Trevorum family community, is amazing. I mean, I've been on world tours where I've met so many people. They've gone, "Oh, it's Mahmuda," and I'm like, "Never met you before, but yes, I
yeah,
know who you are." But it's just such a family orientated feeling. And a lot of us call each other brother and sister.
yeah.
Trevorian family, isn't it? So it
See, the
is.
thing is, as well, Moo, you touched on it there, but you didn't ever intend to build this as a business, did you?
No, not in
And
the slightest.
you've had things that have been similar to timeshares as well, and you've spent a lot of money on those, haven't you? But
Yes.
when you came into this though, and like you were one of the first people that joined me in this business, I always be grateful for that because I know how much you love it as well. But you didn't intend to build it as a business, but that naturally flowed
Yeah.
because you're doing what you love, which is traveling. You're telling people about it because we all tell each other, don't we?
Yeah.
When we've been away, look at all the videos I've been putting
Yeah.
up from Budapest. I'm just
Exactly.
like spamming it everywhere because it was so amazing. But then people come to you and say, well, hang on, I want that. And it's
Yeah.
just naturally progressed, hasn't it? And you
It's
have
so
a
easy to talk
business, a
about.
thriving business. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like when I went to Dubai, it cost me $89 for I think it was 5 days, 6 nights, well,
Yeah.
whichever way around that is. Um, but $89 for a five-star hotel for two people, including breakfast. That's not per night per person. That was total.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you can get $89 for the Premier Inn.
No, I know. And for that length of time in Dubai,
Yeah,
I, I don't think they do anything other than 5 star in Dubai, to be
it was
fair.
lush.
And I know it was 5 star. I've seen the pictures. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
I mean, next year they've got that same hotel for $49 for the same time. So
Yeah.
they had it for $1 this year for two of
Yes.
the world tours. So
Yeah.
we
And
just have such amazing things to do.
there's loads of different ways that you can benefit from this as well. And that's why we're kind of breaking things down in the way that we are, because there's so many different aspects to it. But as an example, you can use a search engine. You get rewarded every time you use a search engine. And David will put special sort of offers on for us for the other parts of the travel. So myself and Daryl went to Budapest, but on the back of that, in a few days' time, I'll be getting 10,000 reward points from because I went on that trip. Those reward points I can use on flights, I can use on car hire, I can use on events or going theme parks with the kids or doing stuff over Christmas. And it feeds in. There's just so much that connects together. And it's
Yeah.
really effective because every aspect of what we do is just covered, and
Yeah.
saving money or making money or both,
Yeah.
you know?
Especially with Christmas coming up, great
Yeah,
gift, the gift of travel.
absolutely. I've seen some of your posts with that, and I think that is absolutely spot on because how amazing is that as a gift? A
Yeah,
travel club membership that you can potentially earn from if that's what you choose to do.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much for being on tonight. If you're catching this as a recording, like I say, and you've got questions, please come and ask us or ask the person that's sharing this with you. Do tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on this very same link. You will find that we will have a packed house. There's going to be so many people on sharing the love. Myself and Daryl will be doing a testimonial, and we'll be chatting about loads of different things, but we've got some of the people that were on the pictures as well are going to be on there. Some of them are our American friends and business partners. I always say business partners, but they're my mates. They're
Yeah,
my friends now, you know. I've been in this business 4 years. We're all very close, aren't we? And the community is just it's so tight knitted, and it's such a nice place to be. And we all look out for each other. So it's a lovely, lovely, it's going to be a good call tomorrow. It's going to be lovely. So if you could make it tomorrow, I would love to see you there. But thank you so, so much for being here. And we will see you very soon. Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.